running the same streets as future heavyweight champions Mike Tyson and Riddick Bowe. Youths from Brownsville and other poor neighborhoods join these two street gangs, infamous for their robbery and fashion.
Lo Lifes is a team of people who came together for surviving in the street, to eat, to dress, and for drama, you know what I mean? Sheepskin coats, leather bombers, V-bubbles and all that. Those clothes and those coats was like everything. So when a nigga gonna stick you up, they gonna stick you for them coats. And New York is a big value. That's something that motherfuckers get killed for. Man, we hit every store in New York. Not just me, you know what I mean? There are many that were way greater than me.
To quote their official bio, the Lo Life story is one of struggle, survival, and consequences. It is New York and hip-hop history with the pursuit of the American dream. It's the ghetto mentality nurtured by the realities of poverty and prison. Upper-class Fifth Avenue department stores meets the desperation of Brooklyn housing projects.
You know, a lot of the rappers that were out in those times were emulated what we were doing on the street. They were trying to dress like we were dressing. They were following our style because we was in every hood, every state, you know, every borough, getting every bitch. They was just on TV portraying it, you know what I mean? Come to a Bismarck show and be on stage and hang with niggas while Big Daddy Kane is performing and all that, you know what I mean? Like that's how crazy our status was. Cause they know niggas is gonna be on that stage low the fuck down, and this is what Brooklyn was. This represented Brooklyn in a big way.
A Brooklyn nigga could tell a Harlem nigga from wherever, from in the 80s, 90s until now. A Brooklyn nigga could tell a Harlem nigga from day one. And when them D-Sep niggas was running around when I was in high school, I made the biggest mistake going there because I was all by myself. I ain't know nobody. I'm in class, I come to school, I'm fresh, got my Gap sweatsuits on, chain dangling, rings coming out, you know what I mean? I'm a Harlem nigga, got my shit up. See the Brooklyn niggas outside my window, point me out and all that, trying to get me to follow. I gave them the dip the first day. Next day, niggas came. I'm like, man, listen, I need to get out this school. This not for me. I ain't got no niggas here. I ain't no chump. But I'm smart. The D-Seps was running wild. Like, at that time, if you ain't have a crew of niggas with you, like the D-Seps was coming for you.
My name is Seiko. Like to watch D-Sep, what's the flavor? I mean, Brownsville, New York. We originated in this shit. You see it, look, it's DC, look at close diamonds and all, yeah, it's DC, you know what I mean? And that stands for the Decepticons, you know what I mean? Like, when I got D-Sep then, it had to be like probably 87, 86. Excuse us. It had to be 87, 86. You know what I'm saying? I was like 14, 15. It's a rapper, which is our best friend, the leader of Trigger Cons. His name is Sean P. Best known as Ruck from Helter Skelter.
Yeah, I know.
Boot Camp Clique. That was our leader. One day they was initiating guys, and
Sorry, I'm gonna give you my other.
this man here, Whipped the Kiss, came and got me, and he asked me, yo, do you want to get down with a gang? With this D-Sep shit, like, you know, initiation was you had to fight like 50 niggas. You know what I'm saying?
No fair ones.
No fair ones or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have seen guys get jumped by like 50 guys, go to the hospital right afterwards. 2 weeks later, when they come out the hospital, they come right to the park and be like, yo, am I down?
Like, what am I going to school with these niggas for? I don't know none of these niggas. I ain't play ball in the park with none of these niggas. We ain't do nothing. Niggas don't know nothing about me, so they don't give a fuck about me. I'm out of here.
But fuck that. He asking what school? You should be asking what school didn't do it. Man, Martin Luther King, Sarah J, Dewey, New Utrecht. Now, at this time here, this is 88, 89. We were actually the deepest gang, New York City. We was like 1,000 strong. You got Brownsville, Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, Fort Greene, Harlem, Bronx. It was like ABG, man. Anybody, they could get it, man. Like, niggas, they was getting robbed for their book bags, man. Serious, man. Canal Street, That's what I was like. Now, see, I was digging pockets.
Digging pockets is when you just and you dig a motherfucking pocket and take everything they got. Like in Brooklyn, that was a big thing. Motherfuckers from all over Brooklyn, Fort Greene, East New York, all the different projects. There were a lot of teams that was about digging pockets, like the Diamond District, 47th Street, like anywhere they had these big major corporations. These people make a lot of money, and when they cash their checks, you can see the print on their pocket that showed the money. You know what I mean? Like all you got to do is creep up behind them and dig in their pockets and pull it out.
Now, listen to me, I swear, and I'm gonna tell y'all now, if we was organized crime, right now, I'd have been doing 300 years.
As new mayor David Dinkins took office, replacing Ed Koch, the city seemed to have passed the point of no return.
New York has gotten so mean and so dangerous, the mayor actually went to church yesterday and pleaded with residents to come out from behind locked doors to help, he said,
against an onslaught by antisocial forces that threaten to tear our city apart.
the same week that a grieving Utah family buried 22-year-old Brian Watkins, stabbed to death in a Manhattan subway. Another family buried a young Bronx prosecutor killed by stray bullets as he bought donuts for co-workers.
A series of racially motivated killings in all-white neighborhoods culminated in the infamous Bensonhurst murder of black teenager Yusef Hawkins.
It was not what the crowd wanted to hear. Keith Mondello had been found not guilty of murder, not guilty of manslaughter. It was Keith Mondello who allegedly led the gang of some 30 whites in its attack on 16-year-old Yusef Hawkins last summer. Mondello was said to be mad at his ex-girlfriend, Gina Feliciano, for inviting black friends to a party in the white Italian neighborhood of Bensonhurst. Hawkins and 3 companions had only gone there to look at a used car when they were set upon by the mob. Hawkins was shot twice in the chest.
Just me being there doesn't say that I'm guilty, okay? And everyone has portrayed me as some racist killer, which I'm not.
Hawkins' family believes his murder was racially motivated and was symptomatic of increasing racial tensions between blacks and whites in New York City.
As new immigrants arrived in the city and old neighborhood boundaries dissolved, New York was convulsed by new kinds of violence.
We go into their neighborhood, we get beat on, we get chased out. But when they come here, what are they doing here at 10 o'clock at night?
Yesterday, the family celebrated the murder conviction of another white defendant, 19-year-old Joey Fama.
The murder of Yusef Hawkins exemplified the hostility between New York's African Americans and its rapidly dwindling population of working-class whites.
You didn't give Moses and Diane justice. You finally, for once in this lifetime, gave black people a step towards justice.
The Central Park Jogger case was the culmination of the media's obsession with white crime victims. When a female investment banker was attacked in Central Park, the media worked with the police force to try and convict a group of East Harlem teens for her rape.
By day, New York's Central Park is a popular place for joggers and cyclists. But as night approaches, it can be a very dangerous place. One night last week, in this secluded area of the park, roaming gangs of teenagers, more than 30 in all, randomly attacked at least 9 people. They began shortly before 9 o'clock, harassing one man walking through the park. Minutes later, they knock another man to the ground. Breaking into smaller groups, they beat a 52-year-old man who was jogging, throw rocks at a couple riding a bike, beat another jogger with a metal pipe. Then 12 of the teenagers attack a 28-year-old woman, hitting her with fists and rocks. 4 of them rape her and leave her there unconscious. The police said there was no motive for any of the attacks. They said one of the teenagers explained the group had simply wanted to go what they called wilding. Wilding, however, is a term the kids from the tougher neighborhoods surrounding the park know well.
They go around and they do crazy things. They go around, they see something, all of a sudden something pops into their head and say, yo, let's go beat this person up.
Sometimes they do it for fun, sometimes they do it for money. You know what I'm saying? They just do it just to do it. There's nothing here for the kids. There's no recreational activities. You know, the community services, the centers, the organizations that are supposed to supply some kind of recreation for the kids, they don't do it.
While the rape victim remains in a coma, the police have arrested 8 teenagers, charging them with rape, assault, and attempted murder. Now that the police have learned what wilding is, they're now looking for ways of taming it. It is argued by some the reaction to the Central Park attack is an example of what is wrong. The New York Police Department quickly beefed up security throughout the park. While back in Harlem, where there are many more crimes and many more victims, the police say existing patrols are adequate.
In late 2002, all of the convictions in the Central Park rape case were vacated due to the confession of Matias Reyes. The crime that signaled the beginning of the end for widespread street-level drug dealing occurred not in Harlem or Brooklyn, but in South Jamaica, Queens, when drug gang members gunned down NYPD officer Edward Byrne.
I said at my son's wake, our streets could end up being as lawless as the streets of Bogota and Beirut. Individually, we cannot take on the drug dealers. They are an army. They are a massive army.
It may not look like it, but there's a big battle raging in these streets of Jamaica, Queens. On one side, the largest police force in the country. On the other side, drug dealers, armed to the teeth and with untold wealth. Police are trying something new here, a tactical narcotics team called TNT. It's a coordinated effort by city, state, and federal officers, and more than 100 of them are closing down crack dens and arresting drug dealers. Many people in the neighborhood are afraid, and some say TNT is only a Band-Aid.
We need an army, a big army.
A bunch of tactical narcotics TNTs came out, and so on. They just
Shut it down.
they shut it down.
Then when they started making the undercover thing, TNT, they started raiding every house, every point, every spot. Well, I was involved. I was getting busted by the cops myself.
After 70 years of trying, the federal government finally broke the old mafia in New York. From prohibition to heroin to the estimated 20% mob tax on all new construction in Lower Manhattan, Cosa Nostra extracted a heavy toll on the city.
The bosses of all 5 New York family members either in jail or awaiting trial.
During a decade of vigorous federal prosecution, a long parade of mob leaders has been brought to trial. In the last 5 years alone, almost 100 top mafia leaders have been convicted.